Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show y'all a nice holiday recipe for the family that you can make. So these are the ingredients. I have the asparagus, spinach, mashed potatoes. I'm doing the quick ones today, y'all. The whipped cream cheese, and then of course the chicken breast, since we're doing stuffed chicken breast with like a spinach cream sauce. That's kind of what we're making. So of course you got to preheat your oven 385 first, and then turn on your aisle. Make sure you melt that butter and let it cook on its own. Like I turned it on like a medium high heat so that the chicken breast can cook slowly, of course. So the first thing you're gonna do is make sure you cut and clean your chicken. So right here, I just started to do a little bit of cutting to it and cutting the middle, which is where you're gonna actually stuff the chicken breast at. You wanna mainly do the middle part, not the back end, because that's usually where I stuff the chicken, or like when I cook it. Actually, I try to cut the part for me to stuff it, like the solid end, away from that. I don't know if I'm describing it right, but you can see how I'm doing it right there. Honestly, I'll just let you see versus me trying to describe that. But yeah, you just open it up because you're gonna want to make sure you season all of that and cook all of that. And about however much you want to stuff, that's how much you're going to open it up. So y'all, when you're cooking, you have to make sure you're testing your food as you go. Make sure that you know the taste and flavor that you're about to serve to someone else. This recipe right here, I did have a few hacks in the making of it, so I had to kind of compromise, which I'm going to show y'all later when we get to that point. But yeah, y'all, this recipe, stuffed chicken breast with some side asparagus and mashed potatoes. A lot of people do the homemade ones, but I don't eat mashed potatoes, y'all, so I haven't mastered that. What I know is a quick bag, and all my people love it. They be like, how do you know how to make mashed potatoes so good? You don't even like it. Like I said, a good cook, you always taste your food, but I don't taste that, so I don't know what I'm tasting, but I just know what I know how to cook with it. So when I season it and everything, I add all of the good stuff. That's one thing I did show on camera, y'all, but like y'all can see what I'm doing right here with the chicken. It's real easy. Now I'm gonna season it and everything. So I'm just gonna grab my basic seasonings, whatever you normally season your food with, that's what you can use. You'll see what I use, but everybody don't use that. So whatever you want to season it with, that's what you can do. But make sure you season all around it and try to get a little bit on the inside of that part too, of the actual part you cut. But yeah, y'all, this recipe right here is so good. You can make this for your man, your girl, make it for your mama, your kids. If you're trying to impress somebody with a different meal than the basic Alfredo, and don't get me wrong, I love Alfredo, but I'm just saying, if you want to take it up a notch, presentation wise and stuff, I think the balance of the colors and everything gives that fancy look. It gives like I really cook this vibes. So this is something you want to do, a nice chicken breast with the cream sauce, or chicken breast stuffed, however you want to do it. That is gonna get you in, y'all. Definitely make sure, and the chicken breast is a nice size too. You can get a smaller one, of course, but this was BOGO this week at Publix, buy one get one free. And excuse the turkey because this is around Thanksgiving time when I filmed this. So y'all can see all of the butter has melted, and then I added all my chicken breast in the flat side down. As y'all can see, like I let the butter melt while I was seasoning and cutting up the chicken. You got to make sure you multitasking when you cooking. Don't just wait for one thing and you just sitting around wasting time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you cook it to eat because you're probably going to be hungry. So it's like, make sure you're just multitasking. While you letting the butter heat, make sure you're doing another task while you're waiting for something else to finish. So the chicken breast is going to take a little second, but I sear it in the pan first. So now I'm going to work on this stuffing, y'all. Y'all can see I went to Sprouts. I got baby spinach from Sprouts. I chopped up the spinach very finely as possible. I didn't want to do too finely, but it was already baby spinach, so it's pretty small. But I just chopped it up good enough for my liking so that I don't have like super big chunks of spinach. But if spinach cooks down, and it's a water base, so it really cooks down very well. The same way you would do, collard greens or anything like that. Spinach cooks down just like that. So I just want to make sure I had like good pieces, like, small enough pieces, but it didn't have to be too crazy, of course. So I'm going to add all of the spinach to the bowl. Then I'm going to add my whipped cream cheese, y'all, to that and mix it up and everything, which y'all going to see. So let me let y'all know about this. How about, I got this from Sprouts, right? I got it from Sprouts. The date is good. When you check the date, it's like 10 years away. Really like 2025, but yeah. Y'all, why was this whipped cream cheese old? It said it didn't expire until 2025. Like, I think it might have been January or February. So I'm mixing it, thinking I'm gonna have me a good old stuffed chicken breast, because that's all I would do. Cream cheese, spinach, and seasoning. And that's it, because you want a thick base. As y'all can see, so I put the second one in, y'all, and I'm like smelling something at this point, but I don't know what I'm smelling. So I'm like, let me just try the other one, see if there's something wrong with this one. Y'all, it was like a sweet, old, sour taste, like that sweet and sour type of taste, and it was old. So that's why I'm like mixing it around, trying to see, do I smell something? Is it me? So when I seen the second one was like that too, as y'all can see, I didn't add it in there. So I had to throw it away, and I'm going to have to redo my mix. But right now, I'm checking on my chicken and flipping it over, as you can see. Y'all see that color coming on there? So I'm just going to flip all of the chicken breasts over on the back side. Like y'all can see, the inside is not cooked at all. So like, you can't even put that in the pan yet, because you want it to be thoroughly cooked to make sure your meat is, all the way done, because these are pretty thick breasts of chicken, which is why you pan sear it and not just put it straight in the oven raw like that, which you probably could, but that's just not the way that I do it. It's quicker and easier to just pan sear it on the oven first. On the stovetop, my apologies. So y'all, this is me starting over. I had another thing of Philadelphia cream cheese in there, and I only had a little piece of it, as you can see. So I'm trying to make this work, y'all. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, so this is not going to be too much of a stuffed recipe. This is going to be more of a like cream spinach sauce with the chicken breast. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much what it's turned into. So to make it more of a thicker like cream and spinach sauce, I added me some heavy whipping cream, of course, and then I added some sour cream to that, as well as seasoning. So now it's not as thick as it would have been, or as you saw before, with just the cream cheese. And this one is going to be easier for you to just kind of make it more like a sauce and serve it with the spinach. As you can see, that's how I'm going to do that, instead of, because the meal has to get cooked. I'm going to just have to compromise. Sometimes when you're cooking, you do have to compromise and just kind of go with the flow. And okay, this didn't work out, so let me try something else. Especially if you're still planning to eat. I wasn't going to throw all of the chicken breast and everything away just because the recipe wasn't working out. I just learned how to compromise it. But that's why I said also, y'all, make sure you're testing your food as you go. If I would have just made that and served it, I would never have known that cream cheese was old, y'all, because I did not see it on the date. The date did not prove that. And like I said, I did smell it. I always smell my food too. And I thought, okay, sometimes not really sure with dairy how it's supposed to smell, because I feel like everything stinks with dairy. But either way, y'all, yeah, that taste was all I needed. So I'm just going to season up this mixture, y'all. And it's a very easy mixture, just trying to make it as thick as I could, as possible, of course. So I'm just going to mix all of that together. And the cream cheese, this isn't a whipped cream cheese. This is actually the block one, so it's way harder to break down as well, y'all. So I do suggest, if you are going to make it and you're able to just do it the right way, not mess up like I did, just get whipped cream cheese, because it's thick and it's spreadable. And it's a lot of it. As you can see, the big old clump is still in the middle, and it's like me trying to just smash it out so that this can spread, y'all. So the last thing I'm going to add to this is some mozzarella cheese and provolone that I brought, just so that I can thicken it up a little bit more. That was really my goal with that, to just try to still make it a stuffed chicken breast as possible. Which I will see later that I kind of just end up going with the flow and letting it be, as far as just a spinach sauce, not really a stuffed chicken breast. As you can see right here, it's looking a little thick though. So I'm like, okay, this could work. But this is what I added to the chicken breast, y'all, and it was amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend to do it this way. Even if you do have good cream cheese, this is a really good way to do it as well. Adding that heavy whipping cream still gives it that creamy flavor, but of course it just enhances it more with the heavy whipping cream. And of course sour cream is always good. I just like it. And the mozzarella cheese, I honestly, like I said, I added that just so that we can have something thick. So these are my chicken breasts, y'all. I cook them all around, inside, out, all around, so that they're not gonna have to be in the oven for like 3 hours or something. So of course y'all still attempted to do stuffed chicken breast, but like I said, with the hicks and things going on during this recipe, you kind of just have to know how to compromise and make the best of what you have. So I did stuff all of it, and I added the extra cream spinach sauce around the chicken breast, so it's almost like it was layered on top. So that's why you see how I served it, because honestly y'all, the chicken breast was very big, but the spinach moisture really like seeped right out of it, versus the other one, it was super thick and it would have just sat.